out all the customization stuff for this new battle pass for Tekken.
Is it
So much of
looking?
it's bullshit.
Is it looking hot? We're back. This is ADLR podcast. We're talking about Tekken. What's up? So what about what's the thing?
Just a bunch of clothes that was probably in the game before that they're putting onto a battle pass.
That was already in the game before?
I'm pretty sure I've seen a lot of this in Tekken 7.
Oh, I thought you were saying something wild, like it was in the game already, like you can get it in game, and if you want to get it early or something, you pay to unlock it early.
No, like either it was in Tekken 7, so they technically paid for it already, and they're like, what if we put it on the battle pass for 8? Because 8's customization's abysmal.
That's insane. I mean,
And
they might
they're
have
they're
added it.
catching they're
I'm sure
catching a bunch
there's.
of shit because the first with Lydia, the,
Hmm.
she was the first DLC character to get a stage, and they made it free the stage. And now Heihachi's you have to pay for. They haven't included it in the past.
Wow, I didn't want to say it. That sounds a little sexist, you know.
Oh,
Tekken do better, you know what I'm saying?
oh,
Imagine I get a call. I forgot his name. Who's the director? That's everyone
Jimmy
knows.
Tekken, Harada.
Yeah, I'm like Jimmy Tekken. I'm like I could have sworn it started with an H. Can we just from now on reference him as Jimmy Tekken?
Yeah,
Because he doesn't look like anything like that name at all. Anywho,
one of the names of his hairs on the pass, on the battle pass.
yeah.
It's called. This is the name of it. This is not me fucking with you. The name
Nope.
of it's Blunt Bangs Bob.
Blunt Bangs Bob?
Yep.
And that's a hairpiece?
Yep.
Okay. I gotta look that up. I wonder if that's like a real fashion term. Or if it's just a way to describe. Is it for specific characters?
For anyone. Blunt
Mm-hmm.
Bangs Bob.
That's
They had
hilarious.
free DLC. Story. I gotta get to at some point.
I thought you talked. How long? What's the length of it? Oh, we talked about it because we made fun of it. That's right. It's like it's gonna be like two fights and a cutscene or something.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you haven't put your stuff on here. Well, I filled out the rest of these. I'm assuming you have albums. I didn't do any homework, by the way. I was gonna listen to the Smooth album you told me to last week. What was his name? Oh gosh, you said it sounded like Paul Wall.
Oh, Larry June.
Larry Junes. I did not do my homework.
I listened to one album today that I don't really feel like talking about.
I'm not saying to put everything down. I'm just
No,
asking
I'm
if
trying to
you.
think. I don't remember what the fuck I listened to.
Twisters was the other movie. I was talking to Carlos during our workout, and I was like, "Oh, we just hung out, you know, sang my weekend and stuff." And like, "Oh, we saw
Mm-hmm.
Wolves," and I'm like, "What the hell is the other movie we watched?" Because I've already seen it before, but I forgot what it was. It was Twisters. Holy crap!
Looking through my likes to see if I listened to any other. I already talked about Kalani, right? Last time.
Yeah, that was last week's. All right, then we smooth, and it could be a nice. It could be a smooth sailing one. It's fine. Is that your fast forward Porky Pig or?
Yeah.
All right, copyrighted. Sorry. All right. You didn't play any new games? I thought you were playing some stuff I never seen before. Or you just
I
not?
tried. I tried to get stalled that Metroidvania.
Yeah.
I already uninstalled it.
Okay. Then we can skip past that.
I'm less than a week away from what I've been waiting probably a year and a half for.
You don't want to check the demo to see if everything runs okay?
I already own it.
Oh, you fair. That's fair. You fair is what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
You fair. We should not be doing that accent.
What? It sounds like Dad.
Sure. So
Cut me short.
no, Polly Shore. I don't know if you've seen
That's it.
a video from the 90s. Uh oh, nice. The off camera. I don't know if that's gonna come up. Well, actually, should because it's vertical. But the more closer to the middle, I guess the closer to the middle is what I wanted to say. English, not very good looking. Oh, I got a burp.
Spoil. You didn't even do it in the mic.
Nah, because I've heard people burp in the mic, and I'm like, I don't like hearing that.
Let them decide.
Let them decide.
Let
Okay,
them decide.
then go look up. Someone can go decide somewhere else, right? Like go look up someone burping into the thing and see if you like it, and then come
Let
back
them
and tell me what you
decide.
think. Anywho,
Let let them decide.
decide what. No, we're off to a fantastic start. We're already ranting, and it's been not more than 5 minutes. You feel me?
Yeah,
Okay. I can get Blink twice out of the way. It's a
make you blink 3 times.
it's a movie I put on last week because it's what's her name? Zoe Kravitz writing and directed the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Starring Channing Tatum, Shawkat. Aaliyah's, if you've seen her in like The Green Room or Arrested
Uh,
Development.
there you go. I don't know why I kept thinking this is what I thought the name of the show is. Sunny Side Up.
Sunny Side Up.
I pictured her and I saw the whole cast with Michael Cera and everything, and in my head it just said Sunny Side Up.
Maybe because you were confusing it with the one with Steve Carell where he was playing a person who was doing self harm. Little Miss Sunshine, I think it's called the movie.
Oh, but
Hold
it's
on,
not.
I think I got the movie wrong. Hold on, Little Miss Doolittle or is it Sunshine? I put Sunch sign Sunch.
That'll do it.
That'll do it. You're not watching The Rings of Power, right? I think I keep asking every week.
I've only seen the first episode.
Jesus. Okay. Yeah, it was called Little Miss Sunshine. Anyway, back to Blink Twice. The overview is as follows: when tech billionaire Slater King meets cocktail waitress Frida at his fundraising gala, he invites her to join him and his friends on a dream vacation on his private island. But despite the epic setting, beautiful people, overflowing champagne, and late night dance parties, Frida can sense that there's something sinister hiding behind the island's lush facade. And I don't want to spoil a lot because this is one of those like, hey, something's off, and you have to figure out what the hell's happening. And you start like leaving clues and stuff, and then you find out all the twists, and you're like, oh no, these guys. Oh, that'll spoil it if I say that. Like, oh
Oh,
shit,
spoil it. These guys are murderers.
yeah.
Don't want to spoil it though.
Yeah, but don't want to spoil it. Anywho, but they're not murderers. But I guess a spoiler on that. But um, anyway, that's pretty much like there's a huge shocker that she gets invited to this guy's island. He's super rich. Everyone's like partying all the time, but it seems like there's like a loop happening. There's like they party, wake up the next day, they're like, oh, it was a great time, and then they start continuing to party until what they unveils. It gets unveiled and it's off to the races from there. It's one of those like, hey, some shit's fucked up. Once they find out what the fucked up is, they try to get the hell out of there, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much it. Channing Tatum does a great job as not the nice guy, right? Who else is here? Christian Slater's on here as well. He's been in a lot of stuff. Simon Rex is on here. I don't know if you've seen him before, but also Adria Arjona.
Simon Rex, yeah, he's in Scary Movie 3.
Yeah, he's in here. Everyone does great. Haley
Uh,
Joel Osment's here.
Adria Arjona, I don't know who that is, but
You've seen her before.
she's pretty.
She was in she was in Morbius. I know you saw that. Yeah, I was kidding. She was in Andor and in Hitman
I didn't see
recently.
Andor either.
Oh my
I didn't see
goodness.
Hitman either.
Did you watch the second Pacific Rim?
Yeah.
She's
Oh,
she's in that.
that's probably where I saw her.
Either that or Six Underground with Ryan Reynolds.
The second Pacific Rim, that's the one with like his name's not Jason. I say his name all the time. Not Jason Momoa. Don't say it.
Okay,
Uh,
you got it.
Holy
If
shit.
you want a hint,
I know his first name's with a J,
uh-huh.
and his other one is like
Uh-huh.
I said John Boyega.
Thank you. You know what my hint was gonna be?
Mm.
Girl and you'd be like, Boyega. And I had that in a tuck just in case. What do you think of that?
This lady's Puerto Rican.
Yeah, dude, she's super Puerto Rican. Besides that,
Does
I
she
don't know.
like
It was a good
say things,
thriller.
or was that your transition?
That's my transition out of there.
Alright.
Because my other thing bombed, so I gotta get the hell out of there. Um, yeah, that's it. I don't want to spoil it. It's a suspense sort of mystery at first, but once the mystery's out, it becomes a full on thriller. Uh,
Full on.
Full on. It's only an hour and 43 minutes. A little shorter than most big movies out in theaters with 2 hours, 2.5 hours, and stuff like that. I think it's worth for the surprise, the way they wrote it. The subject matter is heavy, but uh they don't show off a lot of like I don't want to say grotesque. They don't show a lot of heavy
It's
scenes, if
not
that makes sense.
gory,
Yeah, like it's not
grotesque. I guess is the main
grotesque is
thing.
the word. Yeah, when it comes to the bad things that happen, it's one of those things where they leave it to the audience imagination in a way,
Mm,
and they do a good job of like showing how bad it was through the responses of the characters, if that makes sense.
mm,
Like if you were just walking down the street, Brian, right, and you saw someone that you remember really, you never told me, right, and you saw someone that really like fucked you up in some way, and you just go up and start swinging at him, and you're like, oh, he must have done some shit. That's the type of violence that comes back to them, right? It's like,
mm.
oh shit, there must have been some wild shit happening. Uh, I think I just spoiled the hell out of it, but anyway, make sure not to blink twice. And that's
I'm gonna
about it.
blink 3 times.
Then that's overclocking, right? Your brain can't do that.
Oh, it's telling me blink twice. Actually, oh fuck, I fucked it up.
Yeah,
You said don't blink twice. That's what threw me off.
yeah,
You set me up.
I did, and I
You mud of
surprise, motherfucker. What was is that? It sounds like a frog burping. Is that what it is?
frog. Yeah,
All right.
it's a froggerp.
A what?
Froggerp
A froggerp. All right. I'll jot that
type
down in the
shit.
notes.
Type shit.
Anywho, if you guys are just browsing through, I think it's on. I thought it was on Amazon Prime, but maybe I'm a fucking liar. Yeah, I think I'm a fucking liar. I think it's just out on digital. Anywho, I think it's definitely worth a watch, in my opinion. And it looks like it did well, actually, according to the movie TV. $20 million budget, revenued over 40. So good on her. And that's it for Blink Twice. Characters were cool. Writing was all right. Some cheesy parts at points, but then it was cool to try to figure out what the heck they were doing. And then once they did it, like, okay, it's not too complex, but it's not like, oh, all right. And that's all I have to say about that.
All I got to say about that.
You were forced to do homework with Twisters. What do you think of Twisters?
Yeah, you already talked about it on here, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Tech demo.
Yep. That's what I think that's what I said on the review a few episodes ago. It's like the action was cool, but then anything besides that is like, all right.
Yeah, like the twisters was sick.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny because like they do a good job of setting up the movie at the beginning. In the sense that it's a unexpected start for kind of like a cookie cutter movie. In the
Okay.
sense that you're met with crazy downfall immediately, and, and then it gets cookie cutter.
Yeah. It
I
has
thought,
it has a good hook in the beginning. It's like, oh, and nobody's safe, and then it
mm-hmm,
becomes your cookie cutter. Yes, they're gonna be safe.
yeah. So I liked at the beginning the everything from there until it shows credits. I was like, this is probably the plot point, and then that's the plot point.
Yeah.
But then when it gets to the visual effects, it looks cool. It's really the only thing I can really say about this entire movie.
It was a summer blockbuster. Would you recommend people watch it as a popcorn flick? I guess.
Not in theater.
Yeah, I mean it's done now. It's in digital. But I'm saying like now, it's like oh, we just need something for a Friday night, or
Oh yeah,
whatever.
if it's like if you're hanging with somebody and you're like, what do we do? Psh, I don't know. And then they go, oh, we go watch this, and then they'd be like, oh,
All right, dude.
yeah.
We gotta wrangle them. Wrangle it. Good stuff. Okay,
But yeah, something to watch.
that's fair. That's all. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Shout out to Glenn Powell and
Glowl.
Glowell, if you will. But that
Shout
man
out to
didn't.
Glowl.
Brian didn't even put the link on here. What's going on?
I literally just typed it in while I was here, and then I kind of moved on.
And Daisy Edgar Jones, that's her name. I know she had like what? There's a
The lady
three
from
named.
Fresh.
Yeah.
She related to somebody?
I
Well, obviously to somebody, but I mean like to
was gonna
other.
say, why does it do this? What
You
language
hit
is this?
you hit it in wingdings.
Yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it like that then. Why does it think I'm from a different country? Anywho, that's everyone's like, what the heck are they talking about? Is it actually part of? Yeah. Twister and Twisters. Should I watch the first one again with the flying cows?
Same cow.
Helen Hunt.
Looking up if Glenn Powell's related to anybody in that again, like you know,
It's like everybody's just named. They only have first names.
he's
I,
in Dark Knight Rises.
who?
Glenn Powell
He's in Dark Knight Rises?
apparently has a small role in according to his bio.
Oh, we can scroll down and find that out. Let's see.
I think it might be talking about somebody else.
No, he's credited here.
Okay, but I
Oh,
scrolled to
he's
1975 and it says
no, he's
he has credits.
in 2012. He played Traitor Number One. I mean,
Okay, but I guess that's when the show started. Maybe that's what it is. They did sing correctly because he has credits in 1975.
then he
I think it's
that's
just showing when the shows started, and then
and then he just showed he
at
ended
some
up
point
in.
in the
Yeah, got it. That's wild. That's so wild. Um, that's it. We can talk about. Oh, I'm gonna talk about Wild Bastards. I finished Wild Bastards, the main campaign.
Wall Bastards.
Wild Bastards,
Okay.
the sequel to not sequel, sorry, same developers who made Void Bastards a long time ago. Same art style. Um, where do I start? I'm gonna start off by not comparing it to Void Bastards. So Wild Bastards is you're playing. I think you start off with two characters, which is Spider Rosa and
That's a great name.
Casino. Uh,
Great names.
oh, you don't have characters they made all memorable in their own way. The designs are memorable. Everyone looks unique. If that makes sense, that you get to play. Anywho, you're on the ship called I forgot the name of the ship, so forgive me.
The Dookie.
It's a hybrid FPS slash strategy game with heart pounding tactical combat, detailed management system, and a roguelike campaign. So you can do a campaign run, which is what I finished, and then after that you can start doing the campaign run, but with all the events happening randomly. So you can just turn it into like a roguelike, if you will. So when you recruit certain people into your people, what? When you recruit new characters into your ship and lose them, things like that. There's a lot of banter between them because there's a mechanic where people can like other characters in your squad, or they can dislike them. Like, and if someone dislikes someone, you cannot drop down on a planet together with those two people in your party. And
Mm.
if they do like each other and they become pals, they'll have bonuses for each other. Like a common one is like after a couple hits, the pal will come and do his attack for you while you're in the gunfight to help out.
Mm.
Um, what I like about this is each character is like hyper focused to a play style, if that makes sense. Like, yeah, there's a little wiggle room. Like, there's a stealth person that you can sort of go crazy with, but not really because he has like throwing knives. Uh, you're watching something over there. What's going on?
No, it's the fucking Tekken stuff still looking at, but I'm listening.
Oh, okay, it's like blasted on your glasses. um. Anywho, yeah, you're pretty much trying to run away from a gang that's trying to get you guys because it's like I think it's just this like a different race or whatever clearing out the last of the wild bastards. So this ship is going around trying to resurrect the people who died because right now only two of them survive, which is Spider Rosa and Casino. And
Mm-hmm.
then you two start going around trying to resurrect the other ones that have been killed to join your crew and get the hell out of Dodge. And then very similar to Void Bastards, where you're jumping between planet or like stops on in space. You're doing the same thing per sector, if that makes sense. So each sector is comprised of a bunch of stops along the way before you get to like the last mission that will like unlock a new character or you fight a
Is it
boss or
like
something.
the pathing like Slay the Spire,
Yes,
like
where
the
you
sectors?
oh
So like you'll finish something and it goes to like an overview map, and then you pick like a path.
more like Darkest Dungeon 2, where you're on the cart and it shows you like that first section and you can make all the paths, and then when you get to like the inn, you go to the next
Mm-hmm.
section and now you have that section that's full of
Okay.
options. It's like Darkest Dungeon that way. Each
Okay.
stop can do different things. You can go. It can be an event. It's like, hey, some trader wants to do something, or there's another one where it's like it's a stick up and you have to trade something for it, or you can choose to like randomly choose if you. It's like a percentage based thing. Oh, try to attack them, and they might take energy off of your heroes or something like that. Like small dynamic things like that. Uh, then there's stops along the way where you can just land onto the planet and start scavenging for items to currency to buy stuff at the shop, items to boost yourself, items to level up your characters, because leveling up and progression in this is not by, hey, let's go kill 600 people and you get XP points. You have to find the aces card for them. You have to find their upgrade points while you're playing the game, and that's how you, once you unlock the ace card, it'll give you options of how you want to level up or buff your character. And I'm talking about
Temporary or
each
permanent?
for the rest of the run. Once you
Oh,
start
okay, so just the run.
once you start a new game, a new, sorry, for the rest of the campaign. Once you start a new campaign, that all resets. So it's like Steam World Heist and stuff, where it's like you playing the campaign, you're going through it. That's the game, and then when you're done, you can just replay the game and make different builds that way.
But it's still roguelike? Like you die and you start the campaign over?
I didn't die because I played it on easy. There's like five.
Ooh.
There's like five difficulties, and even on the easiest, if you let yourself get over, if you let more than one person find you and start attacking you, Godspeed, because they're some of the enemies are like snipers and stuff that they do not miss, and like damage even on easy was like a lot. Like it's like, oh shit, I need, unless you build accordingly, because again each
Mm.
character has their strengths and their weaknesses. There's armor that you can put on people that will take a hit. It doesn't matter how big a hit it is, it'll take a hit for that character, and depending on the, let me take that back, because yeah, it'll take a hit, but depending on if it's like a fire shot or a photon shot or something, it might do damage. It might bypass the armor, if that makes sense.
It has to be specific properties that bypass armor to bypass it.
Correct it. I don't know if that made any sense. That sounds convoluted, but when you see the icons, it's like, okay, that makes sense. Like, yeah, I took a hit and I take less damage of the. I think it takes one physical hit, and then if like you're shooting at somebody with like a phaser or uh, fire damage or lightning or an explosive, it might do lingering damage, like a little bit after, a little bit less.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, that's your character. There's a character who just throws dynamite. That's the entire thing, is just chucking dynamite.
What's that though? What's dynamite?
What do you mean?
Sounds like dinamite. I know what that is, but
Oh, yeah, a bunch of dinamita is, that's all he does.
okay.
There's a character called Preach, who's a lady with like long hair, and she's like I think a pastor or something, but she has a minigun, and she's like the support character, because you can have it so like when she heals, the rest of the person, your party that you dropped in with heals. Um,
Oh, is the lady in the front with the skull face? That's Spider Rosa, I'm
that's Spider
assuming.
Rosa with the two. What's it called? Since she has
Mm-hmm.
four hands, she can shoot both and then reload independently and keep shooting. Because two of her hands is reloading this one, and two of her hands reloading the left hand. So you can just constantly keep shoot one, and as you're reloading the other one with two hands on this side, she can shoot with the right, and like there's a lot of
Is
creative stuff.
ammo like a resource? Is it like Overwatch where you just keep
It's
reloading?
unlimited, thank goodness. It's just the only thing you have to worry about is reload time, if that makes sense. Some take a lot longer than others. There's a guy named Judge. I think if you're looking at that poster, he's the guy in the background with the visor.
Okay.
His name is Judge.
With the cape?
Yeah. He has like a single shot rifle that does crazy good damage, but each fire, reload, and fire, reload. And that's kind of the things that, hey, if you get surrounded by a lot of people, Judge is going to be gone unless you build
I'm
him with like
assuming
armor or something.
one of his aces is probably per kill you get a faster reload or something.
There's one where you can just straight up buff the reload time. There's one where you can have it so if you kill someone, there's a chance it'll drop an armor point for you,
Mm.
so that way you can take a hit while you're reloading or something. There's a lot of cool designs. Like they spend a lot of time on making each character their own, if that makes sense. Like you're like, oh, I know this person does this. There's a bow and arrow character that's really cool. You can buff it so you can have the arrows track. And I'm like, this is broken.
It's just 13, and I'm surprised. I was gonna ask if they all feel different or if it's like it's this guy but this thing.
I personally don't feel that because of their abilities. Everyone has their weapon and their ability that he can do.
Okay.
And with that, they have some wiggle room to kind of play like somebody else, but because of their stats, like they have lower health or no, or little to no armor, or maybe a lot of armor, they don't play the same that way.
Mm.
Uh, there's a guy. Oh, there's another. I forgot his name. Let me look up the name of the. I'm bad with Wild Bastards characters. There's a guy who's about fire damage. He literally just throws fire. He's like this. It's just his fingers, his fingers like this out, and it's on fire. He keeps
Oh.
and he shoots like this with fire. And when he's reloading, there's no fire in his hand, and you see him counting like this, and then until it's just two again, and then it's on fire again. It's a lot of character within the character, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
There's a guy whose name is Sarge, and he's just a horse with an eye patch.
That's great.
Yeah, and he has like a really good burst weapon. There's also a guy named Billy. I think it's supposed to be like Billy the Kid, and
Yeah, I was gonna say.
he's like an octopus with a head, and he's got two revolvers. And he what's cool is because he names like you look at the bottom right your weapons. Everyone has a name for their weapon, and he talks. It's fantastic. Everyone's got like Western
Other voice.
everyone's voice. Everyone sounds like a character. It's really well done in that.
You own this on Steam?
Yes, I do. So if you want to check it out,
Yeah.
spoiler alert that, but in this review, I'm going to highly recommend it. There is some issues I have with it.
That's what I was getting up to. The reason I didn't buy it is because apparently a lot of people were saying it's kind of just a game.
Yes,
I just downloaded Void Bastards by accident.
that's also good if you haven't played it.
And I tried it and I was like, eh.
Then I don't think you're going to like this. It's very similar to this. So if you didn't like Void Bastards, I don't know if you'll like this one.
I didn't like Void Bastards because it kind of just felt it was a roguelike, yeah, but then the gameplay itself was boring.
Then it might be similar. The difference between Void Bastards and this is that most of the game is not the fights. It's trying to plan out your routes and making sure. Because all
I
right,
don't mind that.
I need to back up. There's a lot that I thought there was less. There's so much more I got to talk about.
Tell me your downsides and then
Oh,
we can go through it.
downsides. This is still a 2D. Like you're fighting sprites, right? And Void Bastards is the same thing, but in Void Bastards there wasn't verticality, right? For the most
Mm-hmm.
part, you're just in a ship every time, going from ship to ship or whatever, and then you're always at the same level of the enemies. Here, you can climb things and be over them. So when you look down at someone who's a sprite, they're little sprites like this, but they look like they're standing looking up at you, and it looks silly. It looks really silly to the point where you don't know what to aim at. Like, is that
Oh.
like the sprite? Is his head here? Because there's headshot damage. So if you're looking down at someone, you want to aim for their head. It looks off. Also, climbing ladders and stuff is a button, and you teleport to the top. Not great because the enemies do that.
What the hell?
So like, there's no animation of them going up the ladder or stuff. They just poof, appear up there. So if an enemy knows you're climbing up the ladder, he'll be ready to shoot at you, and you're not going to be able to orient yourself in time. You go up, poof, and you're like, where is he? And then you have to go look at him while he's just looking at you, waiting for you to get up. It feels a little icky, right? Uh, those are my biggest two. My third, I think, is just I wish there was more persistence. Like even between campaigns, like it'd been cool to build my character out a way that I like, and then be able to respect them like on the next playthrough or something. But once I
Mm-hmm.
beat the game, it was like, hey, you beat it, good. Go start another campaign. You can do it the same way or do it with everything randomized. And I'm like, okay, that's cool, but I would like a little bit more permanent progress, if that makes sense.
So it just sounds like you have you played Darkest Dungeon 2 yet?
Yeah, I've been playing it.
Okay.
I like Darkest Dungeon 2.
Because I'm gonna say when you beat a run,
I haven't
you
I
can
have not beaten a run yet. That's the I keep dying at the thing with the locks. Like there's like four things and like I don't know if that's the last boss or not, but it's like a mantra and there's like four things in front of it and you have to like hit each one of them and it look like they're chained together.
do you get to like a blue mountain, like an ice mountain as you're
Yes.
getting to them? That's the
Yes.
last boss
Ah, I
of that chapter.
then that's as far as I gotten. I keep dying at that part.
Let's say at least one person survives. You can put a buff on them, and then you play that guy in the next what's it called?
Oh, and he keeps going.
Yeah, they called memory. So you'll spend that currency you use to unlock stuff
Yeah.
to put that buff on them, and then you can use that guy with this buff. But if he dies, he loses the buff.
Oh, okay. Speaking of which, the guy who just takes everything at the chest, best character. The melee dude in Darkest Dungeon 2.
But you going?
He has like a gold plated thing and he's like got a hood on and he's like
Oh,
a
the
melee dude.
leper.
Is that what his name? I don't know the names.
He has a mask.
Every time he gets hit, he defends like this with his chest out.
He has a half a sword.
I think so. It's
The
gold, like
leper.
a gold plated armor thing on his chest, and he always gets like he puts it out first so he can hit it. I'm pretty sure that's the leper then. Let me see. Darkest dungeon
I'm about to, I'm
2.
about to, I'm about to send the picture, dude.
Oh, you already. Okay, my fault.
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
Gosh, dang, he's looking at it.
Motherfucker. Want this guy?
Let me see. Send it to me. Send it through the interwebs, por favor. Yes, that's
It's a
exactly the same
leper.
guy. Yeah, that guy is like, yo, somebody hit me or I'm gonna hit you. That's what that's the attitude he has, and I'm about it.
I keep wanting to like using him, but I'm like,
That might be
my
why
favorite
I'm never
unit. That
making it because
anytime
I'm using the characters I just like to see in action and not making team builds.
I basically hit random, and then I just reorganize the people they give me, and I go in.
Ah, okay. I should
But
start
my
doing
favorite
that then.
character is the fucking um, what's his name? The masochist.
The
The guy who's
masochist.
the guy who's like rotting.
Oh, okay. I know who you're talking about.
The the flagellant.
And he can like heal himself. I think is one of them.
Yeah, that's my favorite character.
No, no, not heal himself. He can take
You can
everybody else. He can take somebody else's like status ailment and then heal himself with it or something. I think it
you
was.
can do that as one of the things, and then remember, there's like different subclasses you can pick when you're starting runs.
Oh, right. I
To
haven't
the
unlocked
point
them.
where I literally have it so he taunts. And he's like, "Hit me!" If you hit him, he gets a buff that on his next turn, no matter what you do, you heal. So a lot of times I'm just making them, and it so he takes tank for 2 hits. So you do that. What I do, I put him in the front or the second one. I
Yeah,
make them slap him. Everybody else does damage or whatever.
yeah.
I can heal them. I'll lose health, but if I have that buff, I'll give them health and then I'll heal.
You heal
And
yourself
I just
after
keep
the next
looping
one.
that. I love him.
Oh, that's
The
like
only thing is
that's an
everybody hates
infinite
him.
medigun. Yeah,
Yeah,
there's characters who just don't get along in Darkest Dungeon. I'm like, what the fuck? Like what?
I don't remember which character, but one character actually fell in love with him. It just
Oh,
like
really?
it was yeah, it was like amorous their relationship.
Oh, I've
I was like,
never
what
gotten
the fuck?
that. Yeah, that's weird. Not weird, but you know what I mean. Uh,
The
so
other
yeah,
thing
back
too, like
to go ahead, go ahead.
real quick for him, like with a specific subclass, one that I pick,
Mm-hmm.
if his stress gets filled up, it doesn't go positive or negative. It says toxic, and then you get a
The
buff where he loses half. If he has half health, so if he has less than half health, he heals to half. If he has more than half, he loses health to half.
oh my
Anytime
god,
somebody hits him, they get a stack of poison.
they for the next turn or like immediately
Yeah,
gets hit with the okay.
and then the more times you go toxic, the more you build it.
The more you
So you
build it,
keep
as in
healing, they slap you, and they keep getting stacks of poison.
that's what I was gonna say. So the stacks just it stacks up.
Yeah, it's my favorite.
Sick. I need
The
yeah.
wild bastard.
So Wild Bastards. It doesn't have that. It doesn't have Darkest Dungeons persistence, if you will. Uh, the combat are the combat in the game is fast. Like you start the round, you get some information on the type of enemies that you should see there, and anything and any defenses. Like there's barrels that are hidden machine guns. So if you approach it, you see the machine come out and start aiming at you. Just random barrels, but it'll let you know, hey, there's barrels here that'll shoot your shit, right? So that way you, oh, okay, I know I have to look out for that. The type of enemies that are going to be in that encounter, I guess, right? But
Mm-hmm.
that's like so far into after the management stuff. All right, so you start off with Spider Rosa Casino. Let's go to the first sector. Now you're jumping between little destinations and dropping down. When you are selecting which planet to go to, your ship drives to it. You'll, yes, this is the one I want to. Pick the bastards you want to go down with you. Depending on each spot, limits how many people you can bring down with you.
Okay, I
Like
thought I asked.
like there's a warp limit. I think it's called a warp limit on each section. The most I've seen is 4. I'm assuming on higher difficulties it's going to be more than that. And the only reason I say that is because let's say you pick 4 or whatever, you're going to go into the planet, right? As everyone's one by one dropping into the planet, there's a chance someone cannot hit the landing zone, and then you have to go save them before you extract out. And that's all. I think it's randomized. I don't know if it's tied to a stat of any sort, but it's this game does a good job of like, oh my god, please, please, almost moment to moment. Whether it's I'm going to the next, well, that one you kind of plan it, but as soon as you start saying, hey, touchdown on this planet, your whole team can land on the target point, or maybe one guy or two people can get scattered off, and now you have to go get them. So you
Hmm.
land, and now you can, once you land, you can organize your peeps in groups of 2, because you can only again, this is on easy, maybe it's more on higher difficulty, but you can have two groups. I'm sorry, groups of two, up to four. I've only had two. I've only had two groups of two because the highest limit I think was four to drop down,
4 units.
4 units. Um, and then it becomes like a what is that, like a board, like a game board on there, and you have to like decide how to go. Taking turns, jumping between spots, and some spots have an enemy, like a blockade, like a encounter that's there waiting for you. There's patrols that are just moving between um spots.
Planets.
Oh no, you're already on the planet.
I see.
This is now you scavenging for more upgrade parts, money, uh what is it? Things to heal yourself with. I forgot what the other stuff is. Upgrade points. I think I already mentioned that. Just money. Oh, mods. And you can get mods. There's a gun mod, there's a foot like boots mod, and there's like a upper body mod, right? That adds
Okay.
a bunch of different things. So you can have it increase damage, but you lose a bunch of accuracy, high crit rate, but slower rate of like. There's a range of stuff you can add to different parts. Some benefit other characters more than others, but it all depends on the build you're making. Uh,
Are there exclusive parts per character, like class specific
Weapon
mod?
specific. So like, I don't want to spoil it. There's an alligator with a cowboy hat, and he just lassos people. Like
Mm.
he stun locks people. Like the second you grab someone, you can just hold the button until they die. The thing is, you got to make sure you're like crouching or something because you're open. You're standing there just stun locking this guy. But if he's
You can't move at all while
you
it's.
can slowly because it's like you're holding a thing and you're kind of like moving around. So, but if more people know where you're at and you're just sitting there, standing there while waiting for this guy his health to go away, they can just shoot you. Uh, his special is like an AOE that anyone around it, they'll just be stun locked for a couple seconds. So you can do
Mm.
that, swap to the other person. You know how you can do 2 units per group?
Mm-hmm.
You start the encounter that way too. So if you have a unit with two people in it, you can swap immediately. You can do an action, then swap to the other person, and then start firing and use their ability if you want to, then swap back.
Uh, so in order to have the other person do anything, you have to play as them to do it. There's no like commands.
No, there's no assist button.
Mm.
Like this game could have been, if it wasn't for the way the narrative is written, it could have been co-op with the way they had it designed. Because some people compliment other characters really well. Like hey, if you stun someone, you can throw dynamite at them, right? Like they're not moving. So same was like what's another good one? Casinos is the best. Casino literally flips a coin or something like that, and if it lands at a certain spot, they insta die. So I don't know what the chances are. I don't know if it's 50-50 chance or 25-25. But you hit his ability and you hear the slots going, and then you see the number of people available go down, and you're like, "Oh, someone died," and you have to go find to use these abilities. You have to have juice. That's what they call it. So you go get the
The
juice.
juice.
Yeah, you get the juice, and then you'll have enough to use the ability. What else? I'm missing
Is
so
it to
much.
physically find it, or is it like you shoot a guy and you build juice?
It's an item that you do. It's like a resource. You can go find it in that Monopoly board thing you're playing, or you can find it. You can make a build so that on kill there's a chance for someone to drop it. Things like that.
The banner for Steam shows a lot of the full bodies for these characters, but like in silhouette form. It's just a guy who's a ghost with a gun.
Oh, he has 4 eyes.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's that's our dynamite guy. He worked in
it's
the
very
mines.
funny.
You can see why he has no body
Mm-hmm.
because he blew
That's
himself
actually
up.
it's funny that the first person I look at is the guy that I'm supposed to play,
Yeah, he's a dinamite guy.
and then there's Dormammu. Oh, that's the gun hand. I
Oh,
see
they're
his hands
all
on fire.
Western except one guy. One guy's European in this. I forgot that to mention.
European.
Yeah, like his voice actor. Like he's got an English accent. I think it was. I think his name was Spike.
It's probably this guy with those knives.
Yes, it is. The guy who throws knives, he's like highly stealth. He has you can build him so on kill you go invisible for a couple seconds, so you can like chain a bunch of kills that way. I already talked about Preach, the bow and arrow girl, the fire dude. Roswell is an alien. His special is literally just you know how Hulk jumps up really like big in the air and then lands and slams down.
with the meteor.
Yeah, but he Roswell's the meteor, and it's like a couple seconds of him just slam dunking in areas, and you're trying to like land on enemies to kill them.
Mm.
That's his ability. I don't even know what else. Oh, you might like the guy. I forgot his name. Oh Lord, I forgot his name. Let me see if I can find a list of all characters and abilities. And what? Here we go. That's Spider Rosa. Judge already talked about. Hop along is the alligator. Is he an alligator? Let me see if there's a description. It doesn't. He looks like an alligator. The cool thing about Hopalong, since he is an alligator, when you sprint with him, he gets on all fours, so your camera goes down to the ground and goes forward, and you can just feel it. Like, okay, they added so much personality to each character. Um, Roswell Kaboom is his name, the ghost. Pretty straightforward.
Kaboom.
Kaboom.
Oh, they missed it. Then they should say
Yeah, it
kaboom.
should have been Kaboom. Now that you said it, I'm like, missed opportunity. Spike. Yeah, he's and then Sarge Rawhide. Rawhide has animal goons that he can send out. So and his weapon is a three burst thing. His abilities convert a nearby critter or summon three coyote allies or coyote allies. Fletch is the bow and arrow person. So I pretty much went through a lot of the characters there. As I mentioned before, it's just you go into a planet, you hope everybody lands safely. If not, you got to go find them in that Monopoly board stuff. Clear everybody out if you want to, but you just need to get to the exit and come out. Like you can grab as much as you want. The game doesn't force you to grab stuff unless it's story based. So if you like, oh, I just need to get here to go. I don't need to level up anybody. I just need to get in here and just aim for the exit. You can, because you cannot leave the same way you entered because of story reasons. Like, oh, the warp drive breaks on use or something. Like they wrote something there, but I'm like, okay, got it. So you land
Okay.
somewhere and there's an exit. It looks like stairs, sort of. Let's go up, and you have to like get yourself there. Uh, Blockades are that they block stuff, so you can't like teleport from one teleporter on the map to another.
To go
If
around.
you'd have to, yeah, unless you take out the blockade, then that becomes open for you to teleport between the two teleport spots on the Monopoly board. You have a certain amount of move because again, it starts becoming more tactical that way. Uh, you can build your characters to have a lot of move up in that overworld, so you can get around places if you want on your horses. Uh, and that's pretty much the majority of it. I don't want to. The rest is just pickups and different types of enemies, and then different spots on there. Like, hey, well, you found a cave, like a cave icon. Do you want to try to loot it? You can. You might find some good stuff, but then that might spawn critters that lived in the. Sorry, spawn critters that were in that cave or whatever, and now they're on the Monopoly board moving around nearby. Same with I think you can rob a place, and then the authorities like you can like it's a rob a place like a vault or something, and then immediately a like a woo and a siren comes up and an enemy patrol logo with a person on the cow goes starts trying to chase you each turn to get to you. What happened
No, I just thought of something else I can talk about because
after robbing a bank? Like,
I don't know how you reminded me of it,
okay.
but I haven't finished it, but I started the most recent episode of Slow Horses.
Oh, then you're ahead of me. The most
You
recent.
haven't started it at all?
Mm-mm.
Oh,
The most recent episode of this season.
so yeah, last week's
Yeah,
episode 4.
gotcha. I still need to watch episode 2. That what you saw when you saw the clip, that was the first episode. So and I haven't
Mm-hmm.
watched it since because I've been either playing something or watching something else.
Oh,
The Penguin.
go
Uh,
ahead then.
I gotta catch up on nothing. I don't know, man. I definitely like this game. This is not for everyone. Like the loop I just told you is pretty much it. You go into a sector. Oh, a lot of your resources and mods are lost between sectors. So by the time you get to the end of a sector, I unlocked a new character. You warp out of there to the next sector. Everything goes off. You get like your mods are not everything. Like so, if you found mods, they fly away. If you had any, oh, there's beans, right? You use beans to patch relationships up with everybody. You know, I told you this guy can hate this guy or this one can love that guy. If they're beefing, have one of them give bean to the other person. They're like, all right, you're not so bad, and they go neutral. Having somebody go save someone who's scattered bumps them up. They're like, oh, you're my dog, bro. You came out and saved me, bro. You know, like they all have dialogue with each other like that. It feels after you get to like near the end, it doesn't feel organic anymore because you heard all the lines. But as you're playing, you're like, oh, these people, okay. But there's a limit of what dialogue they use. It is you start hearing it starts repeating. I think that's it. But that's the loop. It's it sounds complicated, but once you get into the gist of it, you're like, okay. And then that's where the true test of if you like it or not will come in, is if you
Mm.
like that loop. And it's pretty much next place, hey, when you're hovering over that place, you're gonna drop down. Sorry. When you start hovering over the planet or section of the sector that you're gonna fucking land in, hey, this definitely has this. Sometimes it shows like a card, like, oh, there's an ace card here. That means I can level somebody up, right? Then you're like, I think I should go down there. And then there's a bunch of question marks, so there's more stuff there. And then sometimes there's even more upgrade points, or there's more cash, or more beans that you can use to make sure everybody's pals, because everyone does benefit from being pals on the Monopoly board and in combat. Um, what else? That's about it. The combat itself feels okay. The guns and lassos and all everyone's weapons feel okay for them. Like it, the personality they exclude, like they exude in conversations. It feels like it's how they play. Some are more slower paced because they don't have and like a bunch of ammo. Like Roswell doesn't even have ammunition. He has like an overheat gun, like if it's Mass Effect, because he's an alien. Uh,
Mm.
what else? Spiderosa's got like a decoy ability that you can throw out, so they can shoot at that, and you can come around the corner with your two guns just unloading. Exactly. Uh, I don't know. That's all I got, man. This is definitely if you can, yeah, like Brian, you don't have to worry about buying because we're in the Steam Family library. But if you can try it before you buy, I recommend it. I don't think this is for everybody, especially if you didn't like Void Bastards. You might run into the same issue here where you just get tired of the loop.
I don't know. The way you're describing it seems like it'd be something up my alley.
It's a great. I played through the whole thing on my Steam Deck. Like it is a great. Hey, you can do one. It saves like almost after every turn, like every move and stuff. So you can just be like, oh, let me do a couple encounters, done, exit out of it, and you can continue it later. Like
I try it. Probably gonna try it.
they added a little bit more mechanics from Void Bastards, but it's not. They didn't really. It's sort of. It's not that it's not streamlined. When you play it, you'll see. Like it's not for everybody, but it's easy to pick up.
Mm. You
Well,
said it's not like a direct sequel. It's just like a
spiritual
similar naming
successor.
convention.
Yeah, it's a spiritual successor because none of these characters were in Void Bastards. Void Bastards, you were playing a bunch of inmates. So
Randomly generated, I thought too.
randomly generated inmates. So it didn't make any sense. These guys, they're like, what if we don't do randomly and we start writing a character, like like designing them, like all of these characters pass the silhouette test. Like once you see them in full color blend, when you see that picture you saw them lined up, you can whoop, you know who everyone is, right? I think they did a good job with character design. Uh, that's about it. I'm gonna try to do a run with this randomized to see how much that differs. I haven't yet because I've been playing other stuff.
Randomized?
Once you finish the campaign, you can start again with everything randomized, the events. So you're not gonna get the same people right away. So the campaign, you get specific people at a specific time because narrative, right?
Mm.
And it's like, no, now that you finished it, just do the randomized thing, and now you'll play, and you don't know when you'll get whoever, when you'll lose someone. Like
Did Void Bastards get DLC, or is it just like a here it is and they moved on?
I thought they did. They did get one DLC, I think. Void Bastards.
Bang Tidy,
Is that what it's called?
I think, yeah.
Related
That's a
content?
whole new org to Void Bastards as well as a brutal new weapon.
Then that's what it was. It wasn't a huge thing then.
How far out? 2 days before your birthday in 2019, the DLC came out.
Oh, Bang
And then the
Toy.
base game came out same year in May. So what? 4 or so months later they got content and moved on.
I mean, they can easily add if they wanted to add more characters in here. I would hope they. I don't know, man. There's some small things I would like to adjust for Wild Bastards. I just can't verbalize them now. But there was some stuff where I'm like, okay, that could have been changed a bit or something, or maybe this can feed into this mechanic or this system. But I just don't like the whole. It you lose so much between sectors and between runs, quote unquote. Because once you finish the game, I have to start from the beginning now, which sucks. But we'll see. I'll give it a shot and see what happens. But again, I loved it. I definitely recommend it, but I don't think it's for everybody. This is definitely one of those try it. If there's a demo, is there? Hold on. Do you have Steam open?
Yeah.
Can you check if Wild Bash has a demo? Because I know a lot of these indie games
Upstairs.
started get started getting
Um,
demos.
it doesn't show me one.
Oh, okay, then never mind. Just try and well, for people on PC, you know a way to try a game, right? Give it a shot and see if you like it. And if you do, please buy it because these guys are indie and a lot was made with a little bit. Because these are all just 2D sprites. They're still it's a 3D shooter but with 2D assets for the most part. Besides like the world, I guess that's 3D. But
I need people to, like other people who are trying to make indie roguelikes, I need them to stop emulating Hades down to the isometric camera and playstyle. I want them to do something that's like a first person with that kind of storytelling and like the gameplay, but first person. I don't know why, but after playing Mullet Magic, I'm like, I need Haze with first person guns.
with first person,
And
it has to be guns. It can't be like a high
it
fantasy
can
thing.
it can be whatever, but first person. I don't know why, but I've been craving something that's an amalgamation of the two things. I don't know.
I think it's been a while since we had a proper Borderlands, Brian. So that's probably what it is.
Yeah, well, they showed us all we needed to know about Borderlands, right?
Yeah, we'll see. That's wild, man. What was I gonna say? That's it. That's all I have on it. I don't know if you have any other questions on the game. I must have missed a lot. The music's awesome. I'm sorry. The audio is like not the specific soundtrack itself, but like the audio's great. Everything sounds as if it existed in the world. Like I mentioned, the dialogue's pretty cool. Some of them is pretty funny. Their obsession with beans is fantastic. I don't know what else they have here. The graphics again is 2D. It's cel shaded. It'll age beautifully in the future because it's just that art style. Um, and then as for controls, it's very responsive. Uh, there's not too much to it in terms of the combat. It's just you fire, you reload, you use your ability. That's it. And swap bastards if you have more than one person that it started the encounter with. And crouching, I guess. Oh, and aiming. Obviously, like ADS or whatever. Some
Their melee,
is there? If there is, I'd never used it. I was too scared to get close.
just like you and grenades.
Yeah, man. Not unless I'm kaboom. That's all I use. Cause I have no choice. That's it. Wild Bastards. Go check it out and see what you guys think. With a note next to your thing here. Yeah, we can do that next week because you're about to catch up. So and I should catch up as well for slow horses.
Mustard.
Yeah. All right. Last but not least, we got wolves.
Oh shit, that's right.
What's wrong?
It's on my list and I forgot. I don't know why I thought we talked about it. I got
No.
confused with Twisters.
Oh, that's fair. Oh, that's right. The guy's name was Kid. He never showed his name. Can I see him? The credit. The credit's just Kid.
Yeah. The only
Eh,
person that they revealed was or the two people was the Albanian guy and then June.
Oh my God! Yeah, even George Clooney and Brad Pitt's characters, Margaret's man and Pam's man. That's
Mm-hmm.
true. That makes sense because the way the movie ends, that wasn't just for them; it was for us as well.
Which I liked. Like I realized halfway through we don't know any of them besides the two that they mentioned.
Yeah, the only people you know is June and Margaret.
Mm-hmm.
It says Pam,
No,
but I don't
not
know who
Margaret.
Pam is.
Did they say Margaret?
I mean, her name's all over the screen. Like, All right, so let's back up because everyone's like, "What the hell are you guys talking about?" This movie's The Wolves. I'm sorry, just Wolves. Came out as of
Wolves.
Wolves as of this recording like a week ago, right? I'm sorry, as this released about 2 weeks ago, something like that. Anywho, stars Brad Pitt, George Clooney. The overview is hired to cover up a high profile crime. A fixer soon finds his night spiraling out of control when he's forced to work with an unexpected counterpart. This whole movie takes place in one night. A higher, like a political official or something, an accident happens in her hotel room of some sort. A fixer is called to go clean that mess up. So obviously it doesn't see the light of day, doesn't mess up her branding looks for whatever political office she's running for. And sure enough, George Clooney shows up. He is the fixer that she called. While they were in the process of sorting out, getting ready to start cleaning up the place, a second person arrives. Another fixer, played by Brad Pitt. Uh, Someone else called him to go clean that up. And you're like, why would that happen? The movie will take care of that and I'll answer that for you. Uh, this movie is watching a married couple bicker the entire, how long is this? Hour, 48 minutes. You want to say that you know these characters? This is George Clooney and Brad Pitt just having a good time. That's it. If you liked their banter in Ocean's 11 or Ocean series, you'll feel right at home here.
With cursing,
With more
basically.
with more cursing, yeah. Because back in the day, they didn't do it. Those characters didn't really talk like that to each other. Here's like a more direct, crass version of them, if you will. Um, and like I said, they both are having a fantastic time. There's a character here named Kid, it's played by Austin Abrams, has a crazy section, a chase sequence where I'm like, how is this kid alive? Um, it is a fun ride. This would have been, I think, a good. I don't know how well it done in theaters, but this is an Apple TV exclusive. This would have been a good, like, oh, let's go check out a movie in the theaters. This is a good time.
Yeah,
Uh, I don't know if I have anything else to add. I just had a fantastic time watching it.
yeah. I don't even know how to explain it. For the most part, see it minus the actors in it. You would think it's like a low budget movie, but they did they did a good job with this all around.
Yeah, they did a
Like
lot with a little.
there's very few like places visited. The story's pretty well contained
Hmm.
enough that they don't even give you character names.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, I don't know how to explain. The banter's nice. The writing for the most part makes sense.
Hmm.
Um,
Very
it,
good
it's
buddy cop dynamic between them. Like,
yeah. It's just well thought out and like like a compact little world that they made.
hmm
0 out of 10.
0 out of 10. All those positive things. Yeah, I hated it.
Enjoyed it.
Same man. Oh, Frances McDormand played Pam. That's who it was. The lady from Three Billboards and
She's
oh
from
my god,
something else that I've seen.
she's in a lot of things. So I'm kind of discrediting her by just
Burn
mentioning
After
one
Reading.
movie. She's in Burn After
I
Reading as
think that's
well.
hilarious because that's three of them from the same movie.
Yeah,
I'm curious. I'm click Burn After Reading, see if anyone else
is in this movie.
can know.
Doesn't look like it.
No,
Negative. It'd been
no.
crazy if J.K. Simmons was in Wolves.
I don't remember his character in Burn After Reading.
I have to rewatch that movie. I haven't seen it. The only thing I remember is Brad Pitt in that freaking in his outfit, and then
Show
him,
me the money.
yeah, and him getting punched in the mouth or in the nose or something,
Getting shot.
and that too.
Spoiler.
Like, spoiler, yeah, if no one's seen it, but Burn After Reading is also very cool. Uh, I don't know, man. I say go. I definitely recommend this to people. I don't think it's a difficult watch. It's easy to follow. They were giving a job. They're gonna follow. They're trying to follow the job, and you learn a lot. You learn bits and pieces of them as the night goes on.
And that's what I like too. Like even the stories,
Very simple.
it's basically just get rid of this issue.
That's it. Get rid of this problem that happened for this lady, and then it becomes a crazy night, and then the ending is the ending.
And no one's really like it, they'll insult them each other, but no one's really stupid.
Yeah,
Like
it's
the
just
only thing that
matter of
happens,
fact stuff. That's like, oh
yeah,
fuck. Well, of course this happened.
the only thing like mishap that maybe could have been prevented is no one can. Is a character on a substance? no one can guess that that's what was gonna happen.
Yeah, because it went from 0 to 100 real quick for this fucking chase scene, and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
that's insane. What just like, and after that, it's been pretty. It goes back down to like, okay, we're back to the intimate, great, funny dialogue, banter, getting shit done.
And it all made and within the world, it all makes sense.
Yeah,
No one's dumb. Everything made sense.
this is the kind of stuff I wish we go back to. Like, these are the trailers I want to see theaters releasing. Like, these are the movies, not just the next $4 billion Disney movie that's coming out. Like,
Dude, we don't need long run series as much. Just something nice to watch.
yeah, this is a good compact story. The way it ended, they might do another one. I'm sure that was their way of let's test the waters, see if people love this.
Mm-hmm.
The answer is yes. If you're gonna make another one, please make another one. But give it the same care, right? Like you did to this. No, Brian, you're in and out. You're done. Just thank you
Yeah,
for
yeah, I'm
this.
good. I'm good with what we had.
Oh, okay. I'm sure this is gonna do good because it was a great time, and Apple TV likes to make more. Okay, definitely go watch Wolves. It was a fun time. Period. Like you might hate some. There might be some weird. Oh, that's not real. They wouldn't survive that. Who? Yeah, a little bit of suspension of disbelief, and you're in for a fantastic time. Uh, I think that's it, man. Go check out Wolves. This is not a paid
I
sponsorship.
feel like both actors they kind of just like doing whatever they're in.
You can tell
They
it
they get,
shines
you get
through.
the vibe, yeah, and everything they're in is like okay, they chose to be here.
And I want more grumpy George Clooney. Like he played the two character archetypes is George Clooney's the grumpy one and Brad Pitt's the laid back one. Because of course, but the grumpy George Clooney looks in this movie excellent. They remind me of the cat that went viral. Grumpy Cat, I think is this just the name,
Hmm.
right? Yeah, it
It's
was.
funny like that being his character and seeing him laugh once. I'm like that actually looked genuine. And then I think Brad Pitt's character only snaps once.
Oh, that's true. During the when he was asking the kid the questions.
Hmm.
Yeah. Ah man, good stuff. I don't have anything else. We can go to releases if you want, or if you really want to get to Slow Horse now. But
Oh, we can talk about it next time.
I'll move it over then. Um, I think that's it for releases, unless you have something else. No. We
Mm-mm.
have the remastered Until Dawn for PS5 is out. I'm hoping I can get an upgrade discount. If not, I'll just add that to the wish list and get it later because I would. It's been a while since I played it, and it looks like the assets have definitely been improved. It looks really nice.
We still need to play the other ones from these people.
They have like three of them we need to play. Oh, two of we played one of them. I think it was the lady who
We
just jumped
played,
off the building onto her fence. That was one of them, right?
yeah, we played that one. That one
And
was whatever, bro.
yeah, that's why I kind of was deterred. I'm like, there's two more, but I'm like, if it's just people, like I don't know, we'll see. We do need to play those. I think I still own. I think I own the trilogy because it was on sale on Steam a while back. I'll check. Something Chronicles. I forgot what it
We're in
was.
October.
That is true. We already in October. Um, that's it for games. I looked at that list and I didn't see anything else that like came to mind. I don't know if you see anything on there, but
Games, I don't know. Hihachi comes out. Hihachi's playable if you bought the DLC, like the pass. If
yeah.
not, he's playable later this week.
Oh, okay.
Um, oh shit, Kill Knight comes out. Too many games, bro. October needs to
Chill. What is Kill
things need to
Knight?
start getting. So it's like the isometric fucking like
Hades game.
action shooter.
Oh,
Not not really. It's kind of like
I'm gonna watch the trailer real quick.
it's like a boomer shooter version of like a twin stick isometric game. I don't know if that's a good way to explain it.
I mean, it's a lot of stuff happening in this. Okay, I see the gameplay. It has active reload and stuff. Okay, this looks fast paced, and this is your next Mellow Matt. Oh, it's not first person,
But when I saw it, I don't even remember how I found it. It might have been randomly they mentioned on Instagram. Like, oh shit, this looks kind of
and it's on multiple platforms. It's not just on PC. Early. It says out. Yeah, it's
on
Kill Knight.
second.
That's this week. That's tomorrow, homie. Oh, so check out Kill Knight. I guess the trailer looks pretty cool.
Yeah, but I already haven't. I already spent enough this year.
Well, I'm not saying you specifically. I'm talking about the
You said
listeners
me?
and stuff. Nah, not you specifically. It's on Switch as well. Ooh.
I'm probably gonna wait until like holiday time because and I'm less than 2 weeks away from Metaphor. So
Yeah. So there's no point. You already have a lot of stuff blocked out.
I got Metaphor into Dragon Age into Stalker.
Stalker might be my replacement because I was really looking forward to Outlaws, and then it came out with not great hype, and now I'm looking forward to the Assassin's Creed game, and that got pushed back I think to like next year, which is awesome.
That's good news.
So then now I'm wait. I don't have a big open world thing to play this holiday season. I usually have one big open world game that I can just dive into for like the time off,
Hmm.
and it's probably gonna have to be Stalker because I don't know what else is coming out that's like a open world game. Maybe I'm forgetting something, but yeah, because the Ghost of Tomei or whatever, not Marissa Tomei. What's the new one called?
Yote,
Yote. What am I thinking of Marissa Tomei? Um,
unrelated, but
yeah,
uh, the 23rd of this month, Steam just recommended me a game called Witchfire. It's being described as a first-person dark fantasy RPG Souls-like.
that's a lot of things.
It looks cool. I put it on my wish list.
What is it called?
Witchfire, one word. Witch is in
Fire.
like bruja, and then fuego.
Okay. And how does this play? It's early access though. It looks like.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not gonna get it now because it's early access, but apparently they're saying Souls-like first person. Someone in the reviews at the bottom said it's a good amalgamation of Destiny and Hunt Showdown, but
The
it's not PvP though.
the trailer has an absurd amount of FOV. It's becoming fisheye, so I don't know.
Mm.
Like these people with their FOV sliders. Like I get it, it needs to be a little wider to make sense, but people who just crank it to the top for no reason, the image quality looks terrible.
I think you know. It's the only thing I can see from this list that I knew by name. Kill Knight,
Okay. And then for
Until
move,
Dawn, you mentioned already.
yeah, that's when I saw on the list. I'm like, okay, I know that was being remade, and that's finally out. Until Dawn movies. The Joker movie comes out this week, so the sequel with I think this is where they introduce Harley Quinn.
The
Uh,
Gaga lady,
I think Lady Gaga plays Harley Quinn. Yeah. Who else is in it? The lady who plays
Gaga lady,
Sassy Beats is in it too. I don't know who she plays though.
she Domino.
Sophie Dumond, is that a character you know in DC?
Um,
I'm gonna look it up.
so let me see if I see her written. Hold on, I don't want to look at who's in it. Sophie Dumond. Sophie Dumond. I'm looking up and it's like that's you. What?
What? Oh no, this might be. Oh no, never mind. She's a original character for this movie. She was in the first Joker.
Okay.
My fault. That's the only one I saw on there that I'm like, okay, I've been waiting for this. The rest I don't know. That might be good. There's one called Treasure Trackers. You never know.
I don't know any of this.
Gremlins, The Wild Batch,
That's okay.
White
Hold your
Bird.
breath.
We went from Blink twice to just Blink. There's a movie called Blink coming out this week.
It's a prequel.
I thought they said Dale with a bunch of A's, but it's just Daily? Dali?
That name looks so familiar. Eben Moss. Uh
That's from the bear. That's the cousin.
oh. Okay, he's in some Sarah Paulson.
What are you reading these casts from? What movie?
It's Hold Your Breath. Film takes place amid the horrific dust storms of 1930s Oklahoma. Watching as a woman, Paulson is convinced that a sinister presence is threatening her family.
Oh, it's like a horror movie.
Oh, it's on Hulu, so it's
Hold
gonna be streaming immediately.
hold your
Hour and a
breath.
half, so it's short.
Yeah, drama, horror, and thriller. It's a horror movie. And
I'd watch this.
Evan Moss is in it. Oh, he is.
Yeah, Sarah Paulson and him. Maya Miller. The name sounds familiar. Maya
She
Miller.
looks familiar. Oh, that's why she was in Planet of the Apes.
I didn't watch the new ones.
Oh well, I saw her in
Haven't seen
that. I don't
anything
think
that
I've
she's
seen
been
her in
in apparently.
anything else. She was in MacGyver in 2016.
I don't know. NLA Ashford.
Cool. I might check that one out. Hold your breath.
I don't know her either.
Salem's Lot. Yeah, a lot of horror movies are coming out now. So
That Hold Your Breath one was interesting. I like Sarah Paulson and I like Eben. He did good in The Punisher. I don't know. Did you watch The Punisher?
Not all of it. Remember, I started the season and I stopped. 'Cause I'm like, I think something else came out, or it just didn't hook me. Like I wasn't like, I can't wait to watch the next one. I think he did great in Daredevil's season for his section, but I never went and walked and watched his stuff.
I don't remember him in Daredevil.
That's how they introduced him. Remember, he was the first part was Elektra, then the second part was the Punisher on like one of the seasons,
I think it's the other way around.
or maybe he was first. Yeah, the Punisher was first, and then maybe Elektra. I don't remember, but they
I don't
used
remember.
that Daredevil season to like introduce people, and I'm pretty
Oh,
sure
you're
it
talking
was
about you liked him in You liked Punisher in Daredevil.
yeah.
I thought you were talking about Eben's character.
Oh, my bad. No, because you asked me if I like Punisher or if I watched it, and I'm like, nah.
Okay. No, I liked that. That was my up until the third season. That third season's on with Bullseye, right? For Daredevil.
I think the third one was Bullseye. Yeah,
Up until that third season, the first half of that season, the Punisher's part, I was like, this is crazy. And
cooking.
then it got
Yeah,
to Elektra, and I'm like, I don't need this.
yeah, man. That energy was like pulled out the second it swapped focus.
That specific sound you made played, I think.
Yeah, that's the sound everyone did when they were swapping to a different channel. It's a
Yeah.
Netflix. What am I talking about? There's no channel.
Channel, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then for music, we got The Sacred Souls, who I've been waiting to hear their next album. Phineas and Coldplay releasing. I think there's some
Hot
other stuff.
pause.
Hot Pot. Oh yes.
Last week,
What's up?
um, I just today because I was trying to decide what to listen to as an album.
Mm-hmm.
The Fray dropped an album,
You're lying.
and it's called The Fray Are Back.
No
I
way.
haven't heard it yet, but I saw
No
that and I was like,
way.
"What's going on, Jack?"
Say no way. I'm gonna look this up. Musicbrains.org. The Fray. I didn't know because I don't think I'm following them on Spotify because it's been so long since I've heard anything new from them. U.S. alternative rock band. It was this year.
Yeah, apparently like
It's an EP.
last week.
Yeah, the Fray's back. You're right. 6 tracks.
I gotta listen to it.
Angeleno
18 minutes.
Moon. Same thing. Not now. Don't look down.
I'm
Time well
scared to listen to it.
wasted. It's only 6 minutes. 6 minutes. 6 tracks.
It's gonna be trap.
It's gonna be trap.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be pretty funny.
Whenever
It
the
Brian,
re-
it's
the
18 minutes runtime.
yeah, I'm still scared though.
Nah, bro, that's an easy listen to see if what they got.
Caribou? Why does it sound familiar?
What is it? Caribou? Maybe
Yeah, the artist.
you might have heard something from them previously. The name Leon Bridges sounded familiar, but I just didn't do homework on said artist.
It's yeah, I looked at it and it sounded familiar. Leon Bridges. Bridges. Leon Bridges. None of these names sound familiar from his songs.
Okay, then disregard. And that's it. Oh, excuse me.
No yelling.
My bad. I didn't mean to yell. Uh, that is all we got.
Like a
We'll be.
rug church. Sorry.
Is that a name of a band?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Eels. Someone dropped an album named Eels last time. I didn't listen to it.
Oh, I thought you added it to your bat. I thought you added it to your Discord thing.
Let me see if I did or if I'm just a liar.
What?
Let me see if I did.
Oh, okay.
No, I didn't. Phony.
Phony now. Okay. So weird. Um, I wish they, if no one has in the comments below, just do a final counter. Thank you. I think I do a lot more than I think I do. Anyway, we'll be back next
Appreciate it.
week. Do I have anything cooking up?
Kicking.
Am I playing anything that? Oh, I'm probably Astrobot. I've been putting that off. Either that or Space Marine 2. I don't know which one I'll start and play through, but
What you can
hopefully.
do is just look up how long to be and which one's the shortest one.
Ooh, let's do that live right now. It's not live. How long to beat? I hate that that's the name of the website because that can easily be taking you to the wrong site.
If you accidentally hit a because it's 2 letters away, an
Yeah,
M instead of the B,
it's over. How long to
it's a
meet,
rap like
bro?
Saran.
So Astrobot's 10.5 hours if I beeline the story. And if I beeline the story in Space Marine 2, it's 9.5 hours. I think I'm good either way, to be honest. I might do Astrobot because I haven't had a Mario experience in quite some time, and everyone's like, "Yo, Sony finally got their Mario, right?"
I haven't downloaded your Black Myth Wukong. I thought it was a thing.
I mean, if you're looking for a quick, I'm looking at how long to beat, and if you beeline it, 35 hours.
I was like,
So
when they showed the gameplay, sorry, when they showed the announcement for it, I was excited, but I was thinking it's gonna be more so like a Devil May Cry Bayonetta kind of thing.
where it's like
So
encounters, and then you do tricks and like not tricks, you like do style on them and get points and stuff.
yeah, like a hack and slash. So when I saw it was a Souls game, I kind of lost a lot of interest.
Is it because you just like sticking with FromSoft as your Souls like and don't want to venture off? No, because you play Liza P.
Yeah, I played Liza Penis. Did you see they're making a DLC in the second one?
No, would
They announced
that
DLC for
today?
it.
Hold on.
No, like a few weeks ago. I think I put it in your chat.
I saw a Liza P post, but I thought I was talking about DLC.
I typed in Liza Penis. I'm glad I didn't hit enter.
That, that would have been quite the image on your screen. Because Liza P, I enjoyed a lot too.
I didn't like the gameplay.
I did. I like the gameplay. I like the aesthetics. I like the
I said, let me
music.
say, I didn't like the combat, the mix and match of the things and all that stuff. I liked the combat, and I was like, nah.
Okay. No, that's
But
good on them.
the
I didn't know
world
they
and
were
everything
making
was
a
cool.
second one.
I mean, before I lie to you, Lies of P2. Yeah, they confirmed a sequel last year, and then recently they mentioned the DLC. Um, I don't remember what it said, so that's useless information. I don't
Did
remember where
did this
when I
game
posted it.
release on mobile?
Lies of P
Yeah.
mobile.
Oh no, on Mac. That's why. Because I see some awards from the App Store. App Store Awards, Game of the Year winner, and I'm
Mm.
like, what? It's because they released on Mac as well. Good on them. Okay, we went off. What were we talking? How did we get here? Oh, because what we're going to be playing in the future. Got it. It's most likely Astrobot or Space Marine. Hopefully, this depends how I'm feeling. I've been playing a bunch of 4-player co-op games like Helldivers again and World War Z and Dark Tide. It's been a while since those games have gotten a lot of updates, so they're feeling a little better now.
Doesn't the Diablo DLC come out this week?
Don't say that to me. I haven't bought it yet.
I haven't either, but I want to because I want to try the class, but I don't play it that often. But I still want to try it. But then in a week from now, I'm going to be grinding in Metaphor.
That's why I haven't bought it because like I do want to play it. I know if I play, I'm gonna get hooked again for another like week straight. So I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
let me not because I want to try Astrobot. I want to try Space Marine. I still need and I finished Wild Bastards, which is great. Oh, that's what I'm gonna talk about next week. I've already gone through 25 of the UFOs 50 games. Boy, there's some fuck. I know this sounds cheesy. There's some fucking game of the year winners in some of those games, and that might be because they're classic games. Where I'm like, yeah, nostalgia. But there's some dope games on there. Some of them are
Hmm.
shorter than others, but some of them are like full on games. Like there's saves. There's turn based RPGs on there. There's crazy arcade ones. Like there's a lot of cool shit in that. So I might talk about UFO 50 next week then, as I play through more games. The game lets you favorite some, and I'm already adding. So I thought I was only gonna like a couple. I'm already like at 5 or 6 faves out of the 25. Pretty good. I guess that's not a good percentage, but you know what I mean.
It's decent.
What's funny is they're all random names. There's one that's called Walrus Journey, and you play as a walrus just leaping yourself across the map. It's like a platformer. It's some silly stuff. Then there's like we'll talk about it next week. I don't know why I just said I'm going to talk about it next week and started going into it. Anyway,
We'll talk about it next week.
we'll talk about it next week. UFO 50 next week.
I don't even know if I'm gonna. I want to play Wild Bastards. I don't know what I'm doing this weekend. I don't know. I don't
To
know if I want to start a new game
to be honest with
because
you,
it's
I
not gonna
might.
matter.
When you said you didn't care for Void Bastards, in my corazon, you're not gonna like. You're not. I don't think this is gonna win you over. I say download on your Steam Deck literally now before you go to bed. Play a little
It's already
bit.
on my Steam. Already on my computer.
I would literally load it up after we're done recording here and just do a couple encounters to see if you'd like it. Because I think this is a hard. If you don't like Void Bastards, I don't know if this will sell you. And I don't know what difficulty you're playing on because I doubt you're gonna be going on very easy. So it might be a different experience altogether. It
Probably
might,
normal. I usually just go for normal.
yeah. There's a normal. There's five. There's like a normal, a little easier Anthony level, and then there's uh hard, and then Kelsey and Randall level at the end.
Hmm.
Because everything's got to be the hardest. Anywho, just joking. Because I was anyway. We'll be back next week. Bye.
Right.